First of all, we are unveiling the Biafra national ID card during the convention. We are also going to unveil the Biafra international passport. It's a step that must be taken. So during the convention, this particular two important documents will be unveiled and issued. I mean, not just unveiling, but people will collect their national ID card. That's our target and our aim. And that national ID card met the European standard. I know you know what I mean by European standard. It has the exact feature of the European issued ID card. That's number one. Number two, our passport also is European standard passport that give access to certain things that I will not say here, but just for you to know the level we have gone to secure, to make sure the integrity of the Biafra government is set in a very high standard. Then, after that, the document that will be generated from this convention will then be used to seek for the recognition of the Biafra government. So this document will be sent to those countries that have recognized Biafra before. So it's left for them to accept and reopen diplomatic ties with Biafra, or wait and continue to do stronghead while we pursue other new recognition from other states. Once we get to one, only one, the case is closed, and we are going to get that one. So what the question you asked is whether you continue to use the document. You will have the Biafra passport. The specimen will be given in Finland first, while the Biafra national ID card will be also given in Finland. So that passport will be given as a specimen that will show the features and security features of the passport, which will meet international standard. Not just all this nonsense they use in Africa. I mean, I said European standard, because the security company that is involved is a well-known security printing company in Europe. And them getting involved means a lot to us. Thank you. That's all I can say on that.
Okay, thank you, Sir Batobie. Then my second question and the last question will be, recently, as always, you set the internet on fire by the response to the photoshopped tweet and the response that followed also, which propelled Biafra to another pedestal in this struggle. I want you to make comment on certain things I'm going to point out here. You also sent the Jezebel to the dustbin when you talked about the CCTV, and up till now, no comment has been made about Simon Ekpa, the midget. You talked also about, which you posted 2 days ago, if not today, the co-founder of Eastern Security Network. I don't know why you are bringing this. You have a reason for also. You said something about the Biafran land coordinator that disobeyed our leader, and you warned him against fighting against our freedom, and he was also killed recently. And the only tweet you made about was that those who have the machine, the cars, can enjoy their Christmas with it. Obatobie, you also made mention of IPOB political wing. You gave us updates about these things. My Prime Minister, I want to ask you, sir, what do you intend to achieve by this outside distracting these enemies of Biafra? And my question should be, should our leader be released after all this that you have posted and what you have been doing for Biafra up to today? Do you still stand on the, on the condition that you give to them that Mazin and the Kanu must be brought to Finland? Or when he's taken to Kenya, are you going to accept that? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for that question. I want everyone to understand that the primary purpose of kidnapping Mazin and the Kanu is the lily-livered followers then to turn the agitation to agitation of Mazin and the Kanu release. That is number one purpose of the Nigerian government. They want to change the agitation to now Mazin and the Kanu release agitation instead of Biafra. And I made that particular comment from the beginning that that is not going to happen. Now, first of all, I will make sure that the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu become useless. And also that it will be the most expensive thing the Nigeria state have done today. Is it not the most expensive? They lose billions of dollars to our seat at home as a result of that. So it has become very expensive. I also said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released and brought to Finland. I stand on that. But what we are not going to do is to turn the agitation to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release agitation. That's what they want to do. And many idiots, Nigeria pressure, political pressure group called IPOB, it's not like they fall for it because that's exactly who they are. So they want to, some of them who don't even know what is going on, they will come and start attacking someone. I want to declare Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there. That's exactly what they want them to be doing. You want to declare Biafra, you can imagine. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is kidnapped, and for that reason, if we have the opportunity to declare Biafra, we should not declare it to wait. That's what Nigeria government want them to do. And the people that are doing this thing doesn't even know what they are doing. So they want you to wait. Let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so he declares Biafra. Then they will never release him for the next 5 years. And wait till you. So now the release now will depend on when Biafra will be declared. Okay, now let us keep him there. That's exactly what they want to do. So if you fall for that trap, they will now say, okay, for that reason now they will not release him. But when they come to understand that even with this kidnapping, Biafra is being declared, it means that every money they spent going to Kenya to kidnap him is a waste. And they will have no choice than to let him go. That's the point. So on the issue of CCTV, I don't talk without evidence. I have many evidence against this Akuna. And she knows that. Immediately I mentioned the CCTV, they went and started threatening the hotels, the hotel managers. Did you send any CCTV? Where they were threatening them. And that was why I came on immediately. Because there is nothing that is going on, I don't know. That was why I came to warn them. If any manager of hotel in Abuja got missing, we know who to hold us. They know what I'm saying. But of course, their foolish followers don't know. But the people I'm talking to know themselves. So that's why it looks like they know that I am mad. Like person I'm going to say. If only him, they will say, oh, this man is lying. But if they have many people like Simon Ekpa, they will know that all of us are mad. He said it. Everybody listening to it. So, you asked a lot of questions. You made mention of a lot of things, though, which I don't remember. But this is what I could deduce from what you said. So, if there are one I did not address, can you mention them so I can address them?
Yes, I mean you posted about you reminded everybody about the co-founder of the defunct Eastern Security Network.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I posted Mbochi Oya Kogogwea was the founder, not just the co-founder. He was the founder of the defunct Eastern Security Network, and I've shared that story before. And those who were close to them, who were close to them in those days, knows what I'm talking about. Mbochi, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, they were in every ESN commander. Ejiofor was masterminding it. Madubugo was with Ejiofor masterminding the king of the ESN commanders then. It will also interest you that the day Ejiofor house was attacked, Madubugo was in the house of Ejiofor. I was on the phone with them. I was on the phone with Ejiofor, and I was on the phone with Madubugo inside Ejiofor's house when they came to kill the tall commander. What is his name again, success?
Gentle.
Gentle is from Ebonyi State. When they came to kill Gentle, Madubugo, they pushed Gentle outside. They locked themselves inside the house. Ejiofor was inside the house. Madubugo was inside the house. And I was on the phone with them. Then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was still free. I was on the phone with them till that operation was over. And if you remember, I was the one that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ordered to go and make broadcast. And I gave order that every road leading to that Orifte should be blocked. That was actually the reason they left, because they don't know what was going on. So I want you to go back to the broadcast then. I was the one who came online that night to make a broadcast on the order of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I made a broadcast and commanded all the Eastern Security Network.
It was in the midnight after 12. After
Yes.
12. After 12 that night.
Yes.
It was in the midnight. And not only just that died. One other commander from Abia State.
Yes.
2 of them died.
Yes.
That's the very day.
They're born. Now let me share, because I have not shared the details of this whole thing that day. So I was there. Nobody know what was going on. Mazin and don't know what was going on. But this Madubugu and the Ejiofor knows exactly what was going on. We were actually very sympathetic. I was panicking. Because then we know my Madubugu is the ESN commander. If they kill him now, what is going to happen? And so my fear was that nothing should happen to that Madubugu. I was on the phone, live. The only thing they did not do is to turn the phone to show me what is happening outside. I was on the phone until they told me that the people have left. Oh my God. So after this, they invited, and they told me that day that they were going for a meeting. They had another meeting. They were going for another meeting. Ejiofor and this Madubugu. A meeting of how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be kidnapped from Kenya. Now, that early morning of that day, they were supposed to, if you listen to Ejiofor, he said they want to go to a meeting. He did not tell you who was in the house with him. Ejiofor brought them, and specifically that guy and the other person. So, if you remember that Ejiofor said after that, they released his brother, and he came back, but that guy was burned inside the car. Ejiofor still went ahead to go for that meeting. They did not attack him. You can imagine somebody that DSS come to kill still went out and drive over checkpoint and went to a meeting and still come back, and they did not attack him. They did not take him. But in the night they came. Madubugu was with him. They went to that meeting. Now after that meeting, that was when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, they continued to commanders. This man, I posted this video today. They invited him to Madubugu house in Ihiala. Many people told this man not to go because a lot of people were getting some kind of feelings that everything is not all right. And so there is one surviving person inside the car when this man was killed. I'm in contact with him. One of the ESM members who survived the attack inside the car where this man I posted his video today was killed. I communicate with him every day, including today. He survived. They told this man not to go to Madubugu house. Ejiofor and this man, they went to Madubugu house with different cars. After eating with many commanders of ESN inside the car, inside the jeep. One time I posted the jeep. I think it was either green Jeep Prado or something like that. They went to Madubugu house. Madubugu cooked food for this man, and while the man was leaving, he gave him chicken. That chicken was still on the ground, on the floor, where the lifeless body of this man was lying. The chicken was there. I also shared the picture of the chicken. Madubugu gave this man the chicken, and when they were leaving, he told the man and the ESN commanders to drive right, while the Ejiofor drive left. Immediately they drive that right. They did not drive up to 100 meters. Armor tank, Nigeria terrorist armor tank army, open on them. They use that armor tank to crush. They shoot pieces. 4 commanders starting in that attack. This guy I'm talking about, I escaped. Of course, they will not know. So he is called Mbucho Yokowa. He's the founder of the ESM. And they did not tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ejiofor was going there. He didn't tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that this man has been killed. So I posted it for people who understand and who know this man and still with them to see that I know a lot that they don't know. So, and I know that those who are still with them, their heart will be judging them after watching that video. That's why I posted the video. None of these big commanders in the front have this video. I have it. And of course, many of them will know the day that video was taken. But that is a story for another day. Thank you very much.